So welcome to the Withering. Here we are in the game. First of all, to say I might not be able to publish the episode I recorded just before this, which was basically kind of the intro video, because there's lots of music in it, and you know, copyright being as it is. So I'll treat this as the first one and assume you didn't watch the last one. Now then, the Withering is a zombie survival game. If you like watching The Walking Dead, or you even know more or less the story, I think it has some in common with that. You'll see why, but because this might be the first video that you see and the last video that you see, I'll just tell you one or two things. You have a camp, okay, which you control. You have other people come to live in the camp. There's the area, should we say, outside the camp, which you go and visit to collect supplies, just like The Walking Dead, and come back with the supplies. You have to build your camp up and all that sort of thing. So it's a little bit more than your usual sort of run around, survive and kill stuff. So not for everybody, but it is for a lot of people who are not interested in those other zombie games. There is a good bit of survival. I like this game. I like it. It's early days. It's in alpha. This is what, version 1.1. So it's in very early days. It is, but it's a good game. It's a good game. I think it shows some promise. I mentioned in the first video that one problem I've got is this: the mouse. In the menus, it's okay. But when I get into third person or first person, the menu is too sensitive. So I've had to really tune it right down to almost the minimum on my Steel. I've got a Steel Series mouse, and I get the program there to control the sensitivity and so on. So there we are. That's very difficult to move in the menu. Well, difficult to move in the menus. But when you play the game, you need a survivor. This is the character that you're actually going to play with. Here he is. Now you can see I've got this guy Thor. I've got about 3 hours on this, that's all. I'm going to delete him because he's from the previous version, and I think it's always a good idea when they have a major update like this. Just to say, by the way, that the leader... Oh look, I never noticed that. We've got a leader and then heroes. No hero here for now. I'll have a look at that in a minute. Okay, so... Yeah, okay, let's just crack on with it. So, create leader, there he is. I don't care a lot what he looks like, but I think I got a guy with a beard. I've got a beard. They all look pretty weird, so let me see. One of the first things, if you look at this, you got points left 5, strength 1, endurance 1, agility 1. No idea what they're going to do. Put 2 in strength. Strength is probably melee. And there is a bit of melee in that. So endurance sounds like life. 1 point left. Agility, simply because I don't really know where to put stuff. So that's the lead. I'm going to create some heroes. Now I've never done that, so I don't know what that's going to do for me. But let's have a look. So we'll call this one Bob. Because I can. Make him look completely... I am clicking on on other faces and nothing's happening. So, alright, we'll give him... There we go. Like that, and create. Oh, it did take the picture, it just didn't show up in the preview here. So we'll create another hero there, and we'll call him, we'll make him that one, and we'll call him Joe. Make it a fit, actually, no, we'll make it a, oh dear, she looks like a zombie. So the name for this one is Sophie then. I was watching The Walking Dead last night, but I can't remember any of the character names. Put the H in, come on. There we go. We'll make her agile, endurance, and a little bit of strength. Because that'll do. Create, and I'll make one more. I don't know whether this... You don't have more than you, but you do have other characters that come and live with you. So, well, I suppose we should have another woman. Debbie. We have Debbie, and it's a woman, and she looks like... I don't know. What have we got? Got that one on the left there. So we'll do that. Endurance, and then strength, and same as my character. Create. So there. So I've got heroes. No idea what's going on there, but never mind. So back to the main menu. I just want to point out up here in the top left of the screen, you're going to see the frames per second. I did that because when I clicked on start, it said 6,000 frames per second. I thought, well, you've got to see this. We'll see what happens here. Now, so that's created a survivor. Options, there are the usual options. You have the basic quality slider. You can see I've got it all the way to the right with, and that will give me ultra settings. I've ticked everything. I'm not sure what everything does, but we'll see. Vertical sync is off because that would limit the frame rates, and I don't want to do that. Audio, I'll turn the music off. Input, whatever. Gameplay just doesn't do anything, so escape to go back, I suppose. No. So if you click on they need a button there then. It's one of those things. They've said there's one or two things that they already know about with this as being issues or bugs. Right, if I click on extras, you get the credits on the right. Okay, options we've done. Survivors we've done. Well, let's go into the camp. So this is right at the beginning. Month 1, day 1. Oh, day 28. Ah, now that's interesting. I can get the camp. I have a camp and I can actually go into that camp with a new character, a new leader. But I don't want to do that because I'm starting again. So I'm going to abandon that camp. So if I go into survivors then, do I get... I should start the timer. I go into here, and there's no option to just sort of go in and do stuff. So I wondered if there was an alternative there, different, like run around, kill stuff, and not bother with the camp. But it seems not. So clicked on camp, and we get loading. So yeah, I'll add 10 minutes to my timer, and I'm gonna. What I'll probably do. So we're waiting, and here we are now. So the controls, I mean, you can see how I've got sort of a lot of freedom there. I don't like the fact that he looks up so much because I've got no reason to look up there. And down there, yeah, because I suppose I'll be looting. But up there, no. So how do I get into first person view? Oh, there isn't one. There isn't one. I'm confusing it with another game. So there we are. So I found earlier when I was just sort of walking around, I kept going up there. And of course, there's not going to be anything up there. I've started, if I press the letter O, this is the more or less the old menu system. And I have to sort of really push my mouse around here. I'm going to use that just to click on next phase. It's almost like a turn-based game. Right, let's get back to the normal menu. So here we are. It's now morning. There's me. Now, controls do feel weird. So here's the camp. It's very big. Survivors you find as you explore the other places. Also, they just sort of appear while when you click on next phase. Sometimes it will tell you that things have arrived. Over here, if I running, see I can't. All right, so you got storage. I'm not sure. I've inverted the mouse, but you can't access the controls unless you go to the old menu. But never mind. Input. I'm going to turn off the inverted mouse and try that while I'm running around the camp and see what happens. So again, right. So storage. Look. So E to interact. You've got general. Now this is storage, but if you look here and in the top left corner, you can't see it so well now, You've got food 3 out of 10. Now look here, food 3 out of 10, and so on. So it's actually that's what it means by that's resources and then materials down here. So this is not where you're putting your stuff. This is not storage for you. It's not like an extra inventory box. It is in fact this, and you've got equipment. Look, you can craft various equipment kits which you give to the people who live in your camp, and again you've got this stuff which I've never gone into this at all, ever, never. This I suppose I could have looked at, but I haven't actually played the game enough to know a lot about that. But that's storage. Now that's all way. Oh, okay, right. Hang on, I can't press. Oh goodness me, options, configure on. There we go. So yes, I do need to invert the mouse. I need to invert the mouse to get it as it is in other games. Now I have to run all the way back over here, and you'll see the writing appear here as we get close. Now one of the things, you've got all this backwards writing and stuff. I really wish they hadn't labelled it as they have. But they have. So anyway, there we go. Press O to toggle the old style menu. So once you're inside, all the writing is ran the right way, but it's just how it is for this. Now, I'm going to show you the old menu. Here we used to have, along the top, look, camp upgrades, missions, and so on. And on the left, status, report, and different things. If I press O, you've got everything exactly the same here, but you've got it on these boards. There's not a lot of advantage to that. I think there might be in the future. So this is status. Look, so we've got morale's a little bit low. It's in red. Anything in red is low. My reputation's not very good. Not very motivated. They're motivated, healthy, and satiated. Now, that's a good thing, isn't it? So great. How do I get out? Escape. Right. What's next? Report. Report is nothing. So what do we get in here? Locations. We've found missions. Okay. There are missions, but they're not very. They still haven't got it there. Now map. I'm going to come back to and show you in a minute because that's probably the first thing we'll do. Tasks. Now tasks. You can say if you have other people. Let me see if I available population. Oh, sorry, is only one. So. This I'm not actually going to do right now. I think this you can send the guys out to scout, and if you remember, there were kits that I could craft, and it was in the storage, and you can give your guys that before they leave to go out looking for stuff. This is where or earlier is you would equip them using this anyway. I think so. You can send them hunting. You can use that. You can tell them to build the defences of your camp. There are bandits in this as well, just like The Walking Dead. Or you just send them out to scout. Now I don't know if I'm going to have any locations available to me yet. Missions. We've got no active missions. 0 of 3. Now locations. We've got none. We've got none. But that's not the end of the world. Construction. Construction, you build various stuff, so food is a thing you tend to run out of, apparently. I've watched one video series of this game. So if I click on farm here as an example, farm level 1 is a key building and whatever, and it's not actually telling me to give me a choice, an option to build anything, is it? Alright, fair enough. So construction, right. I see the reason. We've actually got all of these, I think, at level 1. Maybe. Let's have a look. Oh, this mouse. Right. So upgrades. Press interact to open. There we go. So we haven't got a farm and a radio tower. I can't tell if we've got that because it's actually sort of in the way. But that looks like crafting something, and we have got that. This thing, I don't know what it is, but we've got it. Advanced generators and so on. Now a farm, if we were really, I'd like to build a farm. I can't. Not enough resources, it says there. But a farm, it's not giving me an option. I think probably I need people to be able to build a farm. Now my upgrades then, events. So this is what's going on, nothing at all. And I can't get out of that. Escape, there we are, right. Next phase would be go to daytime, which I don't want to do. Map. So I was going to go look at that later. Missions, locations, none. Status, report. I'll tell you what. How do I look at my equipment? I'm going to do this the proper way, as it were. Now, is this storage over here? I can't remember. Oh, there it is. It's a bit difficult. I suppose I'll find my way around eventually. So here we go. Storage, interact, equipment. Here. Where's my inventory? That's what I want. I know how to get to it in here. In here, I go to storage. No, I don't. Oh, where's my inventory? Events, storage, production is. I haven't seen this anywhere else. Any access to it. So what's this then? I see. I think there must be more to click on, because yeah, what happens, I'm just going to click on this a minute. Now if I do that and that, don't worry about what I'm doing too much. No, forget that. Options, tutorial, production, storage. No. General, equipment, gear. I can't see it anywhere, and I can't remember where it is. Well, this is rubbish, isn't it? Press O again. What happens? I? No. I press escape, nothing happens. O, and then options. Configure controls. So I want to look at sprint, walk, jog. Tab, I remember. It's tab. No, right. I've got to go to O again, and then tab. Here we are. So this is what I'm carrying, but I can't see how do I right click? I can't. You probably can't see it either. Press interact to open. I don't know how I put stuff in my storage. Let me see. This is a bit weird. Roster. There you go. Right. Get my roster up and equip. And there we are. So on the right, it used to be on the left, but it doesn't matter, does it? This is my storage, look. And on my left, that's what I'm carrying. So obviously it's not a lot of room, but that's okay really, because I'm just one guy alone and maybe I wouldn't have a lot of space. So I've got a little pistol. Improvised and an improvised rifle. It's a bit like if you've played Fallout 4, you get the starter gun or whatever you want to call it, and it's absolute rubbish. It's pipe gun. That's it. Now this it's a bit like that. So you use simple ammo with these, and I've got a metal bar as well. I think if I right click, if I right click, I can see it's an iron bar, durability 100. Things do get damaged with time. Or deteriorate with time, damage 25, durability 100, so this is damage 15, this is damage whatever. So now ammunition is not the easiest thing to find, so in fact the metal bar is a very handy thing. So I've got everything I need. Anyway, I don't need to equip these. Why have I got, I don't know who these people are. Okay, so I go so then I need the roster. Oh look, look, it's over here. Yeah, it would be nice if it was a bit closer to the door or something. What's anything in here? I'm starting to think maybe there's some more clickable, so I can click on here, look, and get that. and then escape to get out of it, which is fine. I like that. That's all right. This thing is awful, going up and down like that all the time. Let me see if I can fix that. Just a sec. Good. Right. Well, I don't know. I only know that if looking up and down is too easy to look up and down. Let me see if I can fix it with acceleration. Hang on. Sorry about this. Right, well I've done something. I don't know if it's going to do it or not, but acceleration and deceleration of my mouse. Oh dear. Right. Anyway, to get out of the camp, what we're going to have to do is go and look at the map. It's the only way we've got of getting out at the moment. So for that, of course, we have to run all the way over here. I don't think I like this because there's no real reason to be in here, but I've got yeah, because they're going off to it's going to be multiplayer eventually, I think very soon in fact. So let's have a look anyway. We'll interact now. We're in Utah. Is that where The Walking Dead is? I can't remember. So we've got various locations open to us: Utah East, Woodsfield Center, Skyway, and Upper St. Clair. Where should we go first? What about Utah East? And see how that this will show us how that has changed, because we're supposed to be able to go to everywhere that there is from here. This is the open roaming thing. You can, I don't know if you can see, I'm getting 2,500 frames per second. Maybe if I have limit that, whether I don't know if that'll affect the mouse. It didn't used to be this bad. Here we are, loading, and we're in. I got 1 frame per second, and that wasn't very good. Went right up to 1 frame per second. Now, what have we got around here? Nothing that I can see. Now, it was in the past. Everything was sort of came off the shift to toggle to run, and there. That's my my weapon. And if I just wait for a while, he'll put it away, I think. There. So, what you do actually, if I can show you with this. So this is my rifle. So if I just click once, he gets into sort of ready mode. There's aim. 2 is nothing. 3 is the pistol, which is kind of stuck in his hand, and 4 is this, the thing, that. Now, so yeah, so he is. It is early days, so let's see. What have we got up there? We've got. I don't know. This does look nice. I don't know what's everywhere, but I'm kind of missing the music a bit, I must admit. Is this something? I know that's a road. There's a path. Oh, we've started all the way up here, look. Alright, so there's a path over there which is going up there. I think that, yeah, that's it. So what happens? Let's have a look over here. Okay, look, I'm actually gonna interrupt the recording. But what I will pause and come back right away, because I'm not interested in stopping. I just want to get this recorded out of the way. You can have a look at the game and tell me what you think of it.